It's alright, it's okay. There's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
What's up, everybody? Back again with another movie review, and this time I watched Edward Scissorhands. Now, as most of you know, Edward Scissorhands is a Tim Burton film, and I personally have a really love-hate relationship with Burton. On one hand, when I was growing up, he made some of my favorite movies. On the other hand, he's made some of my most hated movies. So watching this kind of reminds me of a better Burton time because I hadn't lost faith in him yet. Now, when I talk about a good Burton movie, you have Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Batman Returns to a degree, and something like Ed Wood. Now, that was all up until 1994. After 1994, he took like a 2-year hiatus. He was just kind of producing and writing and things like that. And he was coming back with Mars Attacks, which I was personally really excited for as a kid. But then I actually saw it, and that started the decline. So with the first misstep with Mars Attacks, Burton then went on to make Sweeney Todd, Planet of the Apes, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, Corpse Bride, Alice in Wonderland, Dark Shadows, and now he's pointlessly remaking Frankenweenie. Now you notice I didn't put in Nightmare Before Christmas in there, and that's because 1, it was 93, 2, he just produced it and had his name attached to it, and 3, it's just kind of a really crappy movie that I hate, but everyone seems to love, so whatever. Also notice I left Big Fish out of there. That's because I really loved Big Fish, mostly because it wasn't the same old Burton weirdness for weirdness sake, although it had plenty of weirdness in it. But it seemed to have a lot more heart than any of his current movies. But anyway, Edward Scissorhands. This is one of the good Burton movies. If you don't know, it's about this kind of Frankenstein monster character, Edward, who has scissor hands. And he ventures into town after his master is killed or whatever. And hilarity ensues, and people panic, but then he's accepted into the town, and all that crap. Now, like any Burton movie, things are kind of weird here. There's kind of these lawn sculptures. People wear bright fluorescent colors in the town, and where Edward's from, everything's dark and dreary and drab, so there's a huge contrast there. Everything's a little twisted, the roads are kind of weird, the buildings are kind of weird, it's pastels, it's all this crazy shit. Now, unlike a lot of other Burton movies, this is strange for a purpose. You have a nice juxtaposition between the real world, as Burton sees it, and Edward's world, which is this dark, dreary, macabre, kind of setting. Obviously, the best part in this movie is Johnny Depp. Now, Johnny Depp had been in other features and other, television shows, 21 Jump Street, for instance, Cry Baby, John Waters. But this was the movie that kind of put him on the map. He kind of transforms into Edward. He's this shy, pale, just kind of a Frankenstein monster. He doesn't mean to hurt anyone, but he has scissors for hands, so he can't kind of help it. And Depp really nails that to the point where this may be probably the best acting of his career, barring Ed Wood. Now, ultimately, this is a dark, tragic family fable. This is something the whole family can watch, and has all the great elements in it. You have great villains, a great setting, a great setup. You have a character who you like, but at the same time kind of repulses you. You're a little afraid of him. You have a love interest, even though that doesn't totally pan out. It has all the great elements of what you would call a great American classic tale, and a great monster tale. Next, I guess, there's Danny Elfman's score. Now, if the one thing Burton has nailed in all of his movies is that he's gotten Danny Elfman to do all the music. Danny Elfman's brilliant. Edward Scissorhands is no exception. You kind of have this haunting melody that kind of sticks in your head, and you kind of remember it. Every time it snows, it seems like you hear Danny Elfman music, and that's a testament to how great he is, and one of the talents of Burton, which is finding people that to surround himself that have a shit ton of just raw, natural talent. Honestly, there's not much else to say. This movie's kind of bittersweet, as it was one of the last Burton movies that I kind of cared about, gave a shit about. I really want him to come back to this style of filmmaking instead of just making weird shit for no reason. So yes, I do like Edward Scissorhands. It's one of those great little movies. It's not my favorite Burton movie, but it's definitely up there. That said, do I recommend it? Sure. I recommend anything Burton did, again, before like 94. So again, Ed Wood, Pee-wee. Pee-wee's probably my favorite. Beetlejuice is fucking great. The Batman movies. Anything like that. Even the original Frankenweenie that he did, I think it's going to end up being better than this new one. But that said, this is kind of bittersweet because later he kind of lost all of it. So all of you people who are current Burton fans, not to crap on you, but you have no taste, and I have no clue why you like any of these new Burton movies, because they lack pretty much everything that made him and put him on the map and made him unique, but also kind of an expert storyteller in crafting these little weird vignettes. That's it for me. Again, this is a movie review for SourceFed. I do review other movies, so check wherever that link is. But once again, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment on it, subscribe if you want to see more, although I don't know why you would want to. But again, that's it, and I will catch you guys later.